Makeup Fiends. Today I'm doing a tutorial using only high street products, and this is the look. So if you like this look and want to see how I did it, please keep on watching. So I'm starting this tutorial with just Time Cream and Garnier BB cream on, and we're going to start with foundation, and I'm going to use L'Oreal Lumi Magique. I tried this for the first time the other day because I've had it in the door for a while. I got it when it first came out, it was on offer, and I really liked it. I thought it was really nice. Because this is high street, I'm going to stick with using No17's highlighter. This is a little on the pricey side, but if you've got your vouchers, you can get your money off, which is really good. Now I like to put a highlighting product in my foundation. So I'm just going to put a dot of that on the back of my hand, because I actually decanted it into a tub, because those containers that come in with a brush on the end are useless. Far too much comes out and you waste so much product. Much better when it's in there. And then I'm going to put a couple of squirts of foundation down, and I'm going to mix that together with my Real Techniques buffing brush, and then I'm going to apply it. I always think that's so bizarre. You can totally see the difference on, you know, one side of your face and not the other. This foundation's really lovely colour match, but it's got a good coverage to it, which is really good. I hope the light's okay because it's not quite so bright today. I'm filming. Oh, I forgot my little mirror. Okay. It's very important to make sure that you've buffed it in nicely and you haven't got any streaky areas. Great. So because I am using the Garnier BB cream, my skin is clearing up quite a lot on this side. I haven't used concealer because you just don't need to really. When you've got your BB cream on, I find that really does disguise a lot of the redness, particularly the Garnier for combination skin. Just such a beautiful match to my skin. So that is that. Now the next thing I do on my brows. Oh no, I need my powder on. Now I'm using Sleek, and this is the translucent loose powder, suited for any skin colour, tone. Very fine. And I'm using my Real Techniques powder brush to apply this. Just a light dusting is enough.
Hi.
Right, so next going to move on to the eyes, and you will be very surprised and you might be quite proud of me. I actually got the MUA. I haven't got my glasses. It is, oh, we could be here all day. What does that say? Heaven and Earth. Still in this wrapper. I've actually had this a little while. I actually used my points to get it because I've never tried MUA before, but that's what it looks like. I might try the undressed one at some point. My Superdog did have it the other day. And those are your shades. And I'm going to use this for brows as well, because although I have got the Fashionista brow kit, I have talked about how you can use brown eyeshadows as your brow powders, so I did want to do that in this tutorial because I did talk about that. So just get a couple of my brushes out that I'm going to be needing, and then I can put these ones away. Right, so I've got my Real Techniques brow brush. I think the one that I like is that one got any frost? Oh, it's got a bit of frost. They're a little bit frosty, but I think I'm going to go with this one. Seems to have the least frost of all, and it looks like it's quite a nice colour match. I do the outer edges first, and I do them because that's the sparsest area of the brow, and then I do these parts. Now these are a little bit thicker here, so I stick to that and I keep them quite thick, and I only go out to the point where my natural hair ends. This is actually a really, really lovely colour for the brow. Pleased with that. I really hate that my brows are so sparse. I have to do this, but never mind. Yeah, I think they're fine. It's a little bit darker than my natural brow, but I think that's okay because I've got coloured hair. I can kind of get away with doing different things with my brows. So I'm just going to quickly spray and clean off that. Now, Elaine, this is for you. The MAC brush cleaner I think is definitely one of the best. It's £8.50. It's a really good price for the size and the amount of product you get. You get more than Bare Minerals, and I think you get around the same as Clinique, and it's a lot cheaper. But I use these little mini MAC bottles, but you don't have to use the MAC ones. You can just use any sort of squirty bottle, but I got the empty travel size bottles, and then I bought the spray pump for it as well, and that's what I use to put my brush cleaner in. So, yeah. Right, okay, so we're going to go in with, I actually quite like this colour here as opposed to, I think wrong way, that lightest one. I'm going to use this one as a highlight shade, and I'm going to use this one here. I always think it's a shame when there's a palette and things don't have names. I mean, these are not massively pigmented, but I think you can see that that is actually quite a nice colour. I'm going to take that up to the crease. Yeah, it's nice. And what I'm doing there, because you might think, what is she doing? I've actually packed both sides of this brush with the colour, because it's easy to keep going down every couple of seconds to go in. I use one side, turn it over, and then put the rest on, because I've got a couple of these brushes now, because I always forget the name of this one, but I think this is the shading brush, and you can actually purchase these separately. Got a couple of these because they're so good for putting shadows on, and you do so much with them. So I'll literally clean that one off after the one colour, and then I've still got a couple of others to use. I'm happy with that colour. I think it's actually very nice. And these shadows seem to be quite nice on first use. So that's quite good. Now, I really like this colour. Right. Now you can see I've just used this colour. I'm now going to use this colour here, and I'm going to use that on the outer corner of my eyes. And I won't keep boring you by telling you that I'm using Real Techniques brushes, because I am using Real Techniques brushes in the whole of this look. In fact, it is what I tend to use 99.9% of the time. I think they're amazing, and I hope that they're going to bring out more. Right, so that's just added a little bit of a depth to the corner of the eye, which I really like. And what I'm doing is what the girl at the MAC counter did when I went and filmed Elaine's makeover. I'm getting it on the end of the brush, and then I'm just kind of dabbing it on and then sort of moving it gently around. She had such a light touch, and I noticed that she was doing this very kind of light brushing technique, and I started to use it, and I think it's quite effective actually. So that's just a little bit of depth at the corner of the eyes. These actually seem very nice. I'm really pleased with them, so I might just invest in that Undressed palette after all. I don't care for some of the colours in some of the palettes, but yeah, these seem quite nice. Right, so I'm going to go in the crease. Actually, I really... Ooh, I'm a bit torn here. Actually, I'm going to go for the same colour I just used on my brows. Can you... Has it gone dark? That colour. No, I think it's just the way my mirror is. That's the colour I'm going to use. Going back to a shading brush. And again, just another light touch there. You can just see there, it's just giving a lovely depth to the crease, but it's not too much, so I really like that. Hope you're not hoping to get past here. No. I'm filming. I'm blocking the stairs off here, people.
I'm just seeing the boy. Ew.
Okay. And then what I want to do is, now that I've got that and I've got that to how I want it, I'm just going to take a tiny touch of it and just blend it down into the corner colour. I do the same on this side. Okay. And then I'm going to take the Deluxe crease brush, which I've just actually used on. I'm going to use the clean one. Just give it a little bit of a feathering. Then I'm going to take my accent brush and I'm going to actually use the Bourjois Illuminate eyeshadow in 01. This is my go-to inner corner highlight colour. Sorry if any of that footage was fuzzy. I think I've just found that it's better in this setting. I'm not quite finished with all of the blending I've got to do yet, so don't worry. Then I'm going to take the lightest colour, just use my finger for this. I'm actually going to take that to the brow bone. Really nice colour. Yeah, happy with that. Oh yeah, that is the Heaven and Earth palette. Very nice, I like it. It's given me a really nice result actually, so I'm really pleased with that. I'm just going to move a couple of these things off the top here. And this is my cord, this is what I clean my brushes on as I'm going. And then I usually fold that over into a half, and now I can use both sides of this now. So now I'm going to move on to the cheeks. Now I've actually gone for, when I can find it, right, I've gone for the Avon Colour from Colour Trend in Cheeky. I know that this has popped up on a few people's favourites for blushes. Lovely peachy pink colour. And I use my Real Techniques, of course, blusher brush. Pop that on there. It's a lovely pretty colour. Just looks like a lovely gentle, very natural flush to the cheeks. And you don't want to be too heavy-handed with blush either. It's very gentle. Just dip the ends of the brush in and then let the brush do its work. It actually blends it beautifully. So yeah, that's a lovely colour. Absolutely love that blush, and it's just so cheap. My foot's starting to go to sleep from sitting in this position. Okay, ow, ooh, ooh, ooh. Fingers, toes. Okay, now we're going to go back to the eyes, because I'm stupid and I forgot to do this bit. I'm going to use my Real Techniques Fine Liner Eye Brush. And I'm just going to keep it very simple. This is Maybelline's gel liner in black. I'm not going the whole way along there. Where did I just put that? Aha, there it is. I just love how organised I am. Right, so this is a really lovely gel liner. It's probably one of the best on the high street, I think, personally. Things like gel liners and BB creams, I'm a bit obsessed. I like to try whatever comes out. I've got a number 17 one that I haven't even opened yet, but I know they brought out a new one. I'm so tempted. You know when you got points on your card. However, I'm trying to save up the points on my card because I want to get another face collection Real Technique set that's £21.99, because I want another buff and brush and another contour brush. Right, now I just think that this defines the eye really nicely. I'm so not used to using gel liner on the bottom lash line. Right, that is that. I'm going to move my leg. Sometimes I've gone to sleep. Okay, so clean the brush off. Very, very mangy. I don't like to leave this gel eyeliner in a brush to build up because it gets very hard and I feel like it can damage the brush, so it's always good to clean that off right away. Last spray of that, because I'm now moving on, well, in a second. I'm going to do mascara. I'm using number 17's Peep Show. best coverage you get is just rocking the brush backwards and forwards. Get it firmly round the lash. And just gives you a nice coverage.
What's your mum's number?
Okay, now that is the eyes and my blush done. And I'm now going to move on and I'm going to do some bronzing and some highlighting. And I'm going to use this, which I've never used before. I actually got sent this from by somebody. I think it might be an Amelia. It's the e.l.f. Well, it's a bronzer. It's like a quad bronzer. And I'm going to use my... No, I'm not. I'm going to use my multitask brush. Start with the temples. You want to have a light touch here. You don't want to look too dark. Then bring it down underneath the cheekbone and then down onto the jawline. This seems to be quite a nice colour actually. Put a bit on my nose and a bit on my chin. And just down the centre of my face because don't just catch the sun on that 3 zone there. So temples, cheekbone, jawbone. So 3. And then never ever forget to bring a little down your neck. You don't want to have that stark jawline there. And you will be able to do this. People will say, well, you know, you're going to look a lot darker, your neck's going to look darker than your body. No, not necessarily. If you've got foundation on that's got SPF in, then your face is not going to catch the sun like your neck will because it's exposed. Plus the fact is that you're just going to blend it down slightly. You don't want the bronzer so dark on your face that it completely mismatches the rest of your skin. Just going to give it that healthy glow. And then when you just blend that down into your neck, just you don't get that stark line. Just makes it look a lot more natural. That's quite nice actually. So get your 4 colours in there. And I've actually stayed away from this colour and I've kept more of these and a little touch of the darker one. But I'm now going to use colour in there, and I'm going to use my Real Techniques Kabuki. I'm going to fold it out, and I'm going to take the lighter colour and see if I can do a little bit of contouring with it. So I always use the brush as it is whole, and just dab it in, pull off excess, flatten it out. And then I'm just going to take a bit more of the blush, just to make sure, just in case your bronzing has come over and, you know, kind of tuck that away a little bit. And I'm now going to highlight. So I'm going to take my contour brush, contour and highlight, and I'm going to use this, which is amazing. It's Sue Moxley Famous range. Some of the Superdrug stores have taken this out, but some of them still have it in. This is one of the bronzing kits, but in the top, instead of a bronzer, this one has a beautiful pale pink highlight in it. This is just a really nice kit overall. It's got some very pretty lip colours, and then some really pretty eye colours in there as well. But the highlighter in this is just stunning, and as you can see, I've used it a lot. You can instantly see the effect of that. So I put it on the top of my cheekbone, and then I take the whatever's left over there, and I do a V. I do a little on the outer corner of the eyebrow and the brow bone, and then bring it in just under the eye to brighten up that area. And then I take a tiny touch right on the end of the brush itself and run that down my nose, cupid's bow, and a little on my chin. Because there's nothing worse than just having a stripe of bright highlight and none on the rest of your face. You want to look like, you know, you've got that glow, that it's not just limited to your cheekbones. So that's that done. And now I'm going to put on a lip colour. The one I've gone for is Gosh. Can you say the name? No, underneath. Cutie. Okay, Gosh lipstick. This one is called Cutie. As you can see, I've had a lot of use out of this lipstick.
And it's very pretty.
It's a lovely thing. Gosh lipsticks were always my favourite high street lipsticks.
No.
They don't have a huge collection, which is a shame. And that's it. Oh, just to take my hair out, because I think it'll probably look a lot better. I don't know about that, my hair's a mess. Okay. That's as good as it's gonna get. So, that's what the finished look is like, and it's all high street products. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this tutorial. I will do a high-end one sometime during the week and just use high-end products. But today this is my high street face. Thank you for watching and see you all soon. Bye!